Welcome back to HLN Now. Oprah said this about Chelsea Handler. She says she is one of the most powerful women in Hollywood. There she is. And hey, who can argue it? She's got a brand new book out, #1 on the New York Times bestseller list. It's called Uganda Be Kidding Me. There it is. Funny travel essays about her trip to Africa. And I'm going to talk to her about that. Of course, she has her show, Chelsea Lately. So she was in Atlanta recently on tour as she tells those stories and does some stand-up. She's just so blunt and honest. So I had a chance to interview her, and I've used this analogy. It's like, you know the 100-mile-an-hour fastball is coming. She's coming at you hard. But until you get in that batter's box and face it, tough to describe, but here we go. She was fun. She was challenging. My interview with Chelsea. Here we go. Great to see you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Congratulations. #1.
Thank you, yes.
Let's talk about, so you go on a safari, and you bring in your friends.
I cause a lot of trouble wherever I go, and my friends and I are we mean to be nice, but we can't really control ourselves. I like to ringlead and then sit back. I like to get everybody amped up, and then I go back and sit down and just watch and take notes.
What are the highlights of the trip / the book for you? I mean, obviously, the Rex story, where you want to have sex with Rex.
Well, that's a personal story. I don't know why you would be advertising the fact that I wanted to have sex with somebody who rejected me that I wrote about in my book. I don't know why you would take license to bring that up when it's my book. So that wasn't a highlight. That was a rejection in Africa, of all places, my home country. And there were other highlights where I tore my ACL skiing in Switzerland. I was under the influence of something, I can't mention what, for legal reasons. I had an accident in the Bahamas, that's in there, in a kayak. It was very humiliating. But I like to express myself via humiliation because I think it's good for other people to know that they're not the only ones that accidents happen to. I consider myself to be a very important role model.
You are. People think they know you, don't they?
Yes.
It's like that's the beauty of you.
Yes,
I think.
That's why I'm so beautiful.
Right.
Yes.
And you are, by the
Yes,
way.
thank you.
And we'll talk more about that. But what you see is what you get. That's your secret.
Yeah, well, if you watch my show and you know me, and then you do know me. That's who I am. So I'm not, acting. I'm not playing a role. I'm playing myself. And I'm really, really tired.
How are fans with you? When you have that kind of persona?
I don't have any fans.
Fans love you.
I'm performing in this theater tonight. My fans there's a lot of women, there are a lot of gay men, and there are a lot of older men who have been converted by their wives or girlfriends. So men don't come voluntarily the first time, but then they come back, so that's nice. But, usually men over 60 are my core demographic. They understand me. They've been around the block, so they've seen women all over the world, and they're like, wow, this is a good thing.
They love you.
They respect me.
Did fans come up to you? They want the pictures, the selfies, the this, the that?
Yeah, they come up to me a lot. I mean, that's what it's like to be famous. One day you'll find out.
You ever caught my act?
No, I'm catching it right now.
This is it. You're part of it.
Great.
It is awesome.
Yeah, you should take this on the road.
Yeah, right. Do you watch news?
I watch news. If there's a crisis going on, I watch news. Usually I just read the paper. I get in my sauna every morning and read the paper on my treadmill in the sauna. And then, but if there's an emergency going on and you're looking for new details, then I watch the news.
Do you watch The Bachelor?
No, I don't watch The Bachelor. Were you on it?
No.
Oh.
I watched it.
Well, why? Are you straight or gay? Are you gay?
Straight,
Okay.
but I did have to turn in the man card when I watched. Everybody got on my case.
Yeah, why would you watch The Bachelor? Don't you have better things to do? I mean, you're on a news show. Don't you have to research stuff? I mean,
that was it. We talked about it all day.
Oh, God.
That was my homework.
No, The Bachelor to me is a horrifying experience for women. It sets the women's movement back by like 500 years. You're about to announce that you're going to be the best Bachelor.
No. I was watching with my wife.
Uh-huh. Oh, you're married.
Yeah.
Oh, so you are straight. Good.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thanks. 22 years.
I would have never guessed that.
Why?
I don't know.
Is it the shirt?
Yeah, and the face.
The face. It says gay?
The hair, the style, yeah. Just everything about you. You should take that as a compliment.
Okay, I will.
Gay men have great style.
All right. But you guys talked about The Bachelor. You had to be clued in on it, right?
I get clued in on it, of course. I mean, people watch it, but I don't. They just give me the highlights, and then I, lay it over to my crew on the round table and turn it over to them, and they figure it out.
When we in the news talk about Miley Cyrus or The Bachelor, are you like, come on, what are you doing? Or are you
That's the new
No,
the new wave. That's the talk.
No, I don't think news programs should be talking about Miley Cyrus or The Bachelor. That doesn't qualify as news. I think that's what Extra is for. That's what the E! Network is for. That's what I'm for. I don't think that real news, hard-hitting journalists should be talking about Miley Cyrus. Unless you've got some sort of sick obsession with her. I mean, she's only 11.
You're blunt and honest. Have you always been?
Yes. I find there is no appeal in being any other way. It cuts everything out of my way that I don't want to deal with. If you're blunt and honest, you don't have to deal with anything. I mean, I lie right now when I need to get out of things, but I lie to trick people mostly because I think it's funny and I have to entertain myself because my job doesn't use a lot of my brain power. So if I'm trying to be entertaining, I lie a lot. And then I lied a lot as a kid because I needed attention in a big way. But now that I have attention as an adult, I don't need to lie as much.
As a kid, were you the performer of the family? Were you front and center?
Yeah, I was front and center. I wasn't really a performer. I was just kind of like just very dramatic. I mean, I didn't really have anything to perform. I had no talents. I can't sing, I can't dance, and I can't play an instrument. So I just had to be loud.
Was there a family member who put the print on you? Whether mom, dad, I know you miss your mom, brothers, sisters, you're the youngest of six,
The
right?
youngest of six,
Like for me, it was
yeah.
my mom. She
Yeah.
was funny and intuitive and things like that. So for mom was my person that I was close to and all of that.
My dad was really loud and obnoxious, but he was funny, but he wasn't trying to be. It's funny now talking about it, but at the time it was horrifying. So I guess I probably take after him, even though I would not like to admit that.
When did you leave Jersey? You came
When I was
to
19.
19.
I moved to California.
You wanted out of there, or you wanted the
Yeah.
Hollywood / opportunity?
Both. Have you ever been to New Jersey?
I have.
Well, then you would know I was trying to leave. I was going to go to college, and then I thought, what a waste of money that would be. And so I came to LA, and I just kind of educated myself. And I started waiting tables. That's a good education. I think everybody legally should have to wait tables for 6 months out of their lives.
I did. Red Lobster.
Yeah. Oh, Red Lobster. That's beautiful.
It was.
Yeah. That's like the McDonald's of seafood.
It was. But we drank our way through that, so that was fun. So tell the DUI story. You're, what, 21?
I think I had just turned 21, and I still was using my sister's identification that my mother had given me so that I would be able to drink legally. And I got pulled over, and I was about a block away from my own apartment. I had passed my own apartment. And I was very obstinate, and I wasn't getting along with the police officers in typical DUI fashion. And I think I called the officer racist, and we were both white. And then I had to spend 24 hours at Sybil Brand County Jail, which is the women's jail of Los Angeles County. You have to go to classes, you have to go to, I mean, it was horrifying. It was humiliating because you just feel like such an idiot for doing something so stupid. Every week somebody had to get up and tell their story about what their DUI or their experience. And I kept bowing out because I was really terrified of public speaking, and I kept ducking back into the end, to the end of the back of the class, and I was just trying not to get picked on. And then finally, the very last class, they chose me, and I had to get up. And then once I got up and started telling my story, everybody was laughing, and then I couldn't get off the stage. The manager or the teacher for that DUI class, I literally had to. He's like, "Listen, this isn't a stand-up comedy club. You need to get down. You're supposed to actually be. It's supposed to be encouraging humiliation to talk about it, how embarrassing it is, not to get a drive off of it," which is what I was doing. And after that, I'm like, I should be a stand-up comedian. People came up to me and like, "You're really funny," and I'm like, "Yeah, I think I am too now." And then I decided to do stand-up. So it was good because it helped my career go in the right direction. And luckily, I didn't injure anybody on my way. And I'm a responsible drinker now. I have a driver, luckily, in every city because I'm so successful.
Still the vodka?
Yeah, vodka, sometimes tequila. Last time we went on tour, I got so sick of vodka, I had to change drinks. So then I started drinking margaritas, but they're not as easy on the waist as a vodka.
All right, so things have gone great. The career has taken off. 5 #1 bestsellers. I think it was Oprah's website. Chelsea has become one of the most powerful women in Hollywood. Do you agree with that?
I don't know. I would never think that of myself. I don't know if I'm powerful. I'm very happy with the way things have been in my life, and I'm very grateful that I have that I have this life. I mean, it's a little ridiculous, I get to fly my dogs over across the world to see me. I get to, I get to have all these fans come out and see me and pay money to see me perform. So it's kind of like a dream come true.
Is there a responsibility with that power? People.
My responsibility is to be really, really honest about the way I behave because I don't want anybody to look too far up to me. I'm just a regular person, really, who's really, really stupid. And I mean stupid in a good way.
Yeah, and funny, but you get to hang with the celebs, right?
Yeah.
You got some very good celebrity friends.
I do.
What'd you do? Madonna's Oscar party, right?
Yeah, I'm not friends with Madonna, though. I just was at her party. That's a great thing. You get invited to parties and you don't have to be friends with people that you don't.
Was it fun?
Yeah.
Did you know most everybody there and it was just more fun than
Yeah,
putting
you
on
know
airs?
everybody. I mean, once you're in this town for a couple of years, you know everybody. So, I had a good time. I danced a lot.
You a dancer?
No.
No.
But I dance under the right influence.
As things were continuing to progress in such a great way for you, when did you think, I'm comfortable with whoever? I mean, or were you always, no matter what big star came your way, they're just a person, I'm comfortable?
Yeah, no, I don't really get intimidated by, no.
And never did?
No, I've always felt like a celebrity, even when I wasn't one. So obviously I was delusional from a very early age. So I always thought that this is where I belonged anyway. So no, I was never really starstruck.
Your dogs, it's Chunk and Jax.
Chunk and Jax,
Right.
yeah.
So anything missing?
From my life?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Are you going to say a baby?
No.
Oh, good. No, I'm a good mother to dogs, and I would like things that can't talk.
Doggy's a good companion.
Yes, my dog and I get along famously.
And does Chunk come around with you?
So if there are too many stops, I won't bring him. But if it's not easy for him to fly, like get up off the plane, on a plane. So in a hotel room, out of a hotel room. So it's more selfish when I do bring him. Sometimes I feel bad that I'm making him travel all the time. I mean, he wants to be with me, and we Skyped this morning, or no, we FaceTimed this morning. So he calls me the first thing in the morning when he wakes up.
Does Chunk give you a reaction?
Yeah,
Sniff,
he licks
or...
the phone, and I talk to him. We get along. Yeah, he knows it's me. He's not stupid.
How'd you guys get together? You guys known each other 12 years. Come on, weren't you the hot blonde 27-year-old? Why'd you need Mark?
Is the hot
Yeah, you still are.
It was like 2 months before my 27th birthday, and I was just not happy with my body. I was not lean or anything, and he got me on a program. In like 2 weeks, I lost like 5% body fat, and I had muscle and everything. So it was great.
So he's coached you, right?
Yeah.
Does he ever a crossword from him? Like,
No, he's always in a good
Sometimes.
mood. I've never heard you be cross. That's
Not
no.
cross, yeah.
No, I mean he'll say, "Oh yeah, you don't look as good as you could right now. You can tone up here." Or, I was in Hawaii once and I got the paparazzi was taking photos of me and I saw them online and I was horrified. And I emailed him. I'm like, "Why do I look like that? This is all your fault." And then he was like, "You could tone up here." I looked at the pictures, and then they came out in the magazine and it was much better than what I had seen in the, online. And I was like, "Oh, I look amazing. Forget you. I don't need your advice anymore."
We're starting the HLN Mark McDonald
Challenge.
Transformation Challenge. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm already negotiating. We haven't even started yet. I want my coffee. I want my sugar still, and this and that. Did you negotiate?
Well, my thing is alcohol. I don't care about coffee. I don't care about sugar. I care about alcohol, which is sugar. But I need to be able to have a drink when I want one, and so that's the most important thing to me. But everybody has their thing. Some people are into sweet. Some people are into chocolate.
I grew up. I was Mikey the good eater. And that's, we didn't eat a ton of meals. It was maybe 2 meals a day, and it was the pasta.
I would come home from school at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and there was macaroni and cheese waiting for me because my parents felt bad that they never took me to school, and they didn't know what time. I'm like, it's not dinner time. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, they had no concept of anything. So yeah, I had a lot of bad habits to get rid of.
Any advice for our HLN, our staff, and some other folks that are doing the challenge we need a little motivation. We haven't even started and people are ready to fall off.
Here, these are
it
muscles.
Look at that. Guns. If you want that, dive
Yeah.
into the challenge.
Nice job.
It's like Popeye. It's
That.
like a female
That
Popeye.
is.
It's probably not that great. I can't see
No,
it.
it
so-
looks
Oh,
really
see
good.
the line, the definition.
Yeah, you can see that. You see the bicep and the tricep. It's nice.
Nice job.